Ah. Now I can use this because there's hearts everywhere. This is a blood donation machine, and you'll see at the top of it says hearts equal coins. So if you walk into it, it leaves up one of your hearts and give you some coins and nickel. So you get 3 types of coins in this game. They range from a nickel, a penny, to a nickel, a dime. A penny gives you 1 penny, a nickel will give you 5 pennies, and a dime will give you 10. All useful information. I'll show you the shop since I've got a decent amount of keys, I suppose. So here's your shop. 3 items. You got this little guy who's unfortunately dead. Could be a fortunate thing though. You'll never know. So like I said, you get the 2 items that you can pick up, and then the other item, the 15-cent one. So you can't grab that, but we can grab these ones. But I'm not going to. Anyway, that's the ladder. We'll talk about that when we get to it. You'll notice as we get into further levels that the levels become much longer, much longer compared to what we're facing now. Now, this room in here, I'll actually demonstrate this now. This room in here is the gauntlet room. Once you walk in, you can walk out freely unless you get the items. So, this is the devil's chest. There's 3 types of chests. You got the devil's chest, the normal chest, and the lock chest. The devil's chest has a chance of being something decently good, but once you're locked inside the gauntlet, you have to you have to verse 3 rounds of enemies. I'm not even gonna bother. You get the point. So we'll head on into the boss room. Yeah. Isaac vs Monstro. One of the easier bosses of the game. May as well. Just to spam tears at him and not get hurt. Yeah, Monstros are one of the much easier bosses in the game. I don't really know what he is. He's kind of just a big head with that little lip thing that cats have, if you know what I mean. There's not really much way to explain Monstro. I think he must have been like one of the first bosses they designed when they were designing Monstros. They said, hey, we need something. Oh, so we have found our first secret. This is the radioactive spider. Oh, Basement Boy achieved. So basically, Basement Boys, you get achievements in this game as you unlock things. As you found there, we just unlocked 2 secrets. The first one was the radioactive spider that's going to add a new item in the basement that we can collect, and the Basement Boy is an achievement that you get if you don't get hurt, if you go through the whole of the basement without getting hit, which we did. So this is dinner, which is a can of dog food, delicious. It'll give you HP up, as you saw. And now this little room up here is the Devil's Room. You'll see in a second here. Plays this lovely little tune of music, and it's got Satan sitting there looking all swaggy. So you see under each of the items here we have the 666 and a dead cat that's called Guppy. Yeah. We don't really want these items, they're there, but I'm not really going to delve into the Devil's Room right now. So we'll continue on. The Caves 1. I shouldn't really be skipping those, so you could be watching them, but space to skip if you don't know this. So we got the item room first up, which is pretty good. I'm actually going to take this, because I don't really need Book of Shadows at the moment. This is Mr. Boom. Basically, you know how we have our simple boss bombs with our Shift or E. We have Mr. Boom. I'm not going to actually, sure. He's just a massive bomb. These are bomb flies, I guess you could call them. They explode once they die. Spikes hurt if you're not a retard. You would have already realized that. I'm actually gonna try to get the achievement from going through the caves without getting hit as well. That would be nice, but Murphy's Law, now that I've said that, I'm gonna get hit. You don't really want to be too close to these guys when you actually kill them, because they're gonna hurt you. You're not gonna want that. I could hit them. That'd be nice. There we go. Mr. Boom recharges every room, so that's good. Now we have some more enemies, some newer enemies. Yeah, this is the first one in the middle. The little red liverish looking guy with the skull on his head is called a host. He'll just hit you with a triple shot. Quite easy to avoid. The next one's the guys coughing out flies. They're called mulligans. As you see, this one's green. Different color enemies means they have better like base stats. So They could have either damage up. Oh, I go here. Okay, there goes that. Don't be slow. Anyway, they could have damage up, health up, any one of those sorts. We could be able to get to this if this bomb goes my way, which it didn't. Okay. Maybe with a little luck. Thank you. You can walk between the spikes. There's a key. Or we could have just gone that way, but I laugh in the face of danger. No more mulligans here. I used to think there were tumors when I started playing this game. Little tumors that coughed out flies. I don't know why. Alright. New enemy here, this is called a Globin. I guess a play on the word goblin, maybe. An interesting thing about these enemies is that they regenerate when you kill them. You'll see in a second here, once you get one. They end up like that, but watch, they'll come back. But they come back with less health, which is always good. You get another form of them, which is basically them, but their eyes are open, so they run faster. Naturally. Well, that's gonna hurt me. Yeah, that was a bad idea. I don't know why I did that. Mock me all you want. I don't care for your criticism. These little maggot things are kind of annoying, I guess. Oh, another new enemy. The caves are... Oh, as you see down the bottom, mustn't have missed it. It must have said Curse of the Labyrinth at the beginning. You can go back and check that if you want. I'm not too sure on it. Curse of the Labyrinth, basically, you'll notice on the bottom left that it says the Caves XL. This means that that it's basically you get two forms of each level. You get the basements 1 and 2, caves 1 and 2, the depths 1 and 2. But if you can get curses, which basically just changes what like the whole level looks like. They range from Curse of the Darkness, where the map is completely just blank. Curse of the Labyrinth, which puts 2 of the levels together. So this will be the caves 1 and 2 together. So that means there'll be 2 item rooms, 2 boss fights, and maybe even 2 shops. That's a normal chest if you couldn't figure out. So yeah, we have the Curse of the Labyrinth, so this is going to be quite a big map, as you can see in the top left. So I'm not complaining. I actually quite rather the Curse of the Labyrinth. It gets you through the caves. It gets you through any type of level quicker, if you get what I mean. 1 + 1 3. No. This is basically a host, except oh, that wasn't a smart idea. It was basically a host, except he's got damage up and health down, I guess. One of the things I like about this game is, I guess you could say, the enemy evolution. Like these guys at the beginning, the floating heads, they just begin stationary and don't shoot. That's the umbilical cord that you don't. Oh, I don't want that at the moment. You can look up the wiki at what everything does if you want. I'll put that in the description, I guess. Or Angus will. He's doing this. But what I was saying about the evolution of the enemies, basically, see, I have the hosts here. You have these normal hosts, and then you have the second type of hosts, the red ones that have got increased damage, except they have health down. So it's quite interesting. You see the enemies evolve, I guess you could say. This here guy's a beggar. You have 2 types of beggars. You have your normal beggar that actually begs for coins, and a devil beggar who begs for half of your hearts. He can give you any items ranging from the ones that he gives you any item that you find in the devil room, I think. As is my believing. Now these are, I guess you could say these are like an evolution of the maggots things. These are called spitters. They spit at you. They don't run at you like the other ones because they're so fat. They spit at you. See how there's 2 different hosts here? You see that. Triple shot, that's practically impossible to avoid. And the mulligan's stupid enough to just walk on spikes. And the tumor that comes out. flies. Flies can get really annoying in this game, but it's you're gonna rather the flies when you get to the spiders. That's all I can say. If you were to ask me why Angus isn't doing this himself, it's because he's scared of the emo game. That's all I can say. No, that's not true. Just that I'm so much better at it than anyone else on this planet. That means for you, whoever you are watching this, I dare you to be as good as me at this game is. That wasn't a very good sentence. I dare you to be as good as I am at this game. There you go. That's a pretty good sentence. Yeah, I'd rather use the space item than the bombs, just because the space item's infinite really and just has to recharge. So I don't really get that, how you have infinite of one massive bomb, but now this is the tick. What this does is, once you go into a boss room, you get you get plus a heart if you've lost, like, say, some damage. You get plus a heart, but it also starts the boss with less % damage than they already have. But the bad thing about the tick is you can't exchange it for another trinket. So there's that. The only way to get around this is by blowing up the TNT. Except I can't get the items. Actually no, before I go down there I'm just gonna go to the shop. Maybe I can, if you ask me why I'm bombing the wall, really, there's oh damn it. Well, that's good. In this game there's also hidden rooms, so like, say if you see like a little gap between like there or there or there or there, there could be a hidden room. So if you bomb the walls you can access the hidden room. It's just like the hidden wiki. Okay, let's enter this room. Oh, okay, this is the second of the 7 deadly sins we've seen. This is Greed. He shoots triple shots, which are really annoying. I hate triple shots the most though. And he takes away some of your coins and then he gives half back when you get hit. I really don't like Greed. Really, I don't like him. I just can't help just get hit by him. That's all I can do. At least this will give me a fair amount of keys. I think the 5 pennies are just a little bit too overpowered when it comes to keys.